actually thought it would have made a great old duck show episode.
Yeah.
Because you know what I really thought? I wanted to blow it up. I thought, you know, if I just build a bomb and put that card and then set it off, then we could go. And I stopped at Chick-fil-A because I realized I've been on the road. I came in late at night. My wife's out of town. We met early, and it hit me. I was like, I haven't eaten in half a day, you know, and a night, you know. And I was like, I'm going to hit Chick-fil-A.
Zach, you wonder how people don't struggle with weight when you haven't eaten for days and because you just forgot.
Yeah,
that's why you don't struggle with weight.
Well, and I just
when Jill's out of town, I mean, there's a lot of things that I'm going to miss, but I promise you, I won't miss a meal.
Yeah. Well, I'm like, I got to go to the grocery store, but anyway. So the point is, but I was excited because I told you that event was so good.
Yeah,
and I was just excited, and I did something unique in the event because y'all know I have a really good friend who I consider like a mentor. He's in his 90s, Big Jim McGuigan. He wrote a bunch of books, and he's very theological minded in his early years. But in his later years, he became way more relational with God. A lot of things that I use, I get from him.
Yeah.
Where he's like, when he summed up the Bible in 60 seconds. I mean, I remember the first time I ever heard him say that, I thought, oh boy, this is awesome. When he's like, Genesis to Malachi, Jesus is coming to earth. Matthew through John, he's here on the earth. Acts to the Revelation, he's coming back. I thought,
there it is.
Where have you been all my life? You know, I mean, that was so exciting to me. But so anyway, now that he's up in years and he had a stroke and he's just struggling with his health, it's now kind of like I'm trying to help him just because when you get that age and you're not doing good health-wise, you feel like, what's my purpose, you know? So Missy and I visited him, and I think I told y'all about that podcast a couple months ago at his house, and it was just wonderful. But here lately, I've been just trying to encourage him, you know. He's not been feeling well. So at that event, I said, look, would y'all do me a favor? I was like, I got a guy who I love, and he is a partner in Christ with me, and he's given me so many great ideas about the scriptures, because despite even having a bit of dementia and all that, he doesn't know he can't remember the books of the Bible or the names of the verses, but Al, the man has memorized the Bible.
Oh, yeah.
The concepts, it's incredible. He writes these beautiful like poems and stories and that are centered on stories of the Bible, and he just writes them to me.
Yeah.
But I hadn't heard from him for a while, so I said, look, so here's what I'm going to do. I said, we want to encourage him because he's, you know, when you're at that age, you're feeling like, you know, what's my purpose? And so I got my phone out. I mean, this place is packed. And I said, when I point it toward you, and we discussed what we would say, but we came up with keep writing, Big Jim.
Yeah.
And so when I did that, they all just yelled it and started cheering. So I'm going to give that. I haven't sent it to him yet, but by the time this airs, I will. But anyway, I was really excited about that because I thought this is going to lift his spirits. And so I stopped at the Chick-fil-A. I'm feeling good is my point. Well, when I get my order, this nicest woman in the world, she's there about every other time I go there. She's like, hey, Mr. Jase, and you know, how you doing? Just real talkative. Well, when I handed her my card, which was a brand new credit card because I just got it, there's a story here. She went, wow, this card is heavy. Yeah. And I said, you have no idea. The old one that this replaced, and she was looking at me, you know. I said, I tried to destroy it. You know what I figured out? It's indestructible. Ow.
Yeah, you can't cut it with a wire cutter.
It was an American Express card. Look, I beat that thing with a hammer. I tried to burn it.
Yeah. You can't even cut it with wire cutter.
I took a meat cleaver and I hit it. And every time I hit it, it took a chunk of the meat cleaver out. And look, so I looked at her and I said, you know what I concluded? This thing must have the Spirit of God in it. When I said that, Al, her eyes like popped out of her head. Her eyes got big. And I was like, Does that scare you? I don't know why she responded that way. But I think I planted a seed there. And I was wanting to get into Romans 8:11 because I was thinking, what is that verse? And I said, what is that verse? If we have the Spirit. And it was Romans 8:11 when it says, if the Spirit of the Lord is living in you, it will give life to your mortal body.
Right.
You'll become imperishable, indestructible. But then when I drove away, I thought, she's thinking about that right now.
Yeah.
But then it hit me. I thought maybe her eyes got big because if the Spirit was in your credit card, and this is what I was getting to our point about the relational aspect, it knows what you're spending your money on.
Oh, yeah.
Which is another aspect.
Which is what Bill Smith used to say. He said, if you really want to see where your preferences lie, of course, this is years ago. We would say credit card now, but in his days it was checkbook. He said, go back and flip through your checkbook and see where you've been spending your money. That's
I actually thought it would have made a great Old Duck Show episode.
Yeah.
Because you know what I really thought? I wanted to blow it up. I thought, if I just build a bomb and put that card and then set it off, then we could go and see.
Well, you know what they tell you nowadays? You didn't know this because you probably don't read your stuff, but they tell you to send it back to them because they know you can't destroy it.
Did they say that?
Yeah, the new ones, the heavy ones like those, they just say send them back to us.
But that should show everyone how dangerous that is.
Yeah.
If they're making something, which they're making money off every transaction, so
Right.
they want you to use it. And how many people are in credit card debt and all this
up
stuff?
to their eyeballs.
That should tell you how dangerous that is.
Oh, yeah.
If you give your power to that, because they have made it indestructible. There's no, my card's broken, I need another. Oh, no, not this thing.
No.
You'll destroy everything you have trying to get rid of it.